Twitch Nation, what up? And everybody around the world, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to another flight. I am your captain, Phoenix Black Knight. What's up, you guys? Welcome to another flight, as always. It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday. That means we're in our second flight of our week flights. Today, if you guys remember, we ended up in Boston. Our last flight, we ended up down in Boston. So, looking at Boston Airport, looking at what was the most popular flights out of Boston, it is actually into DC. So we got our flight briefing going into DC, you guys. So let's jump right in. Actually, we're rocking the American Airlines flight. This is a real world flight. So American Airlines on the flight where that we are doing is American Airlines 2143. It's the same call sign as mine. They're actually taxiing to the gate right now as we speak. They're actually taxiing to the gate. So there's our real world flight right there. There's our American Airlines. We're actually at the same gate they were at, which is going to be for you guys. Let me tell you, gate B Bravo 15. B Bravo 15. So, with no further ado, let's jump back into the plane. Let's get in the captain's seat. Let's go ahead and go over our flight briefing. So, our flight briefing is, our call sign is going to be American Airlines 2143. We're in Boston. We'll be taking off to DC. We're in the Airbus 320, not the 320 Neo, just the Airbus 320. It is May 24th. Departure time is 15:35. Arrival times to be 17:11. The air time they gave us is an hour and 8 minutes. The block time they gave us is an hour and 36 minutes. Cruising altitude is going to be 30,000 feet. Distance we're flying is 405 nautical miles. Wind is going to be 250 knots over 30. Passengers on board, we have 111 passengers on today's flight. Bulk fuel today, 14,232 pounds. Cargo pounds is going to be 6,105, and payload pounds is 25,530. Right now, wheels down in Boston. When we go to take off, we're going to be taking off on runway 33 left, 33 Lima. And then when we come down in DC, they want us down on runway 01. 01, that's it. Right now in Boston, as you can see, it is raining. It's 57 degrees and raining right now in Boston. When we get wheels down in DC, it's going to be 78 degrees and sunny. So definitely a weather change there. So we'll watch the turbulence and see everything go out. We do have real turbulence on with the clouds, so we'll check the turbulence out as we fly out. But going into DC should be a nice descent with the sunny skies. All right, you guys have been brief. I've been brief. Let's go ahead and get the plane ready for passengers. Let's go ahead and turn off our go-getter co-captain. It's already turned off. That's getting more consistent. I can trust that. We're actually in the 320, so we actually got the tablet. I forgot. So let's go ahead and click on the tablet. Let's go ahead and get our outside display here. Let's go ahead and get our cones on. Get the cones on the outside of the plane. Let's go ahead and go in our settings mode. Let's go ahead and turn on our APU. Everything lit up. Plane starting up. Let's look up. Let's hit our APU bleed. Let's go ahead and get our dome light on so we can see what we're doing. Seatbelt sign comes on. No smoking sign comes on. Nav light comes on. Let's turn our beacon light on. Perfect. Hear the plane powering up. Let's go ahead and go back to our utilities. Let's go ahead and put our cabin lights on. Let's go ahead and get our GPU connected, which is the ground power unit. Let's get that connected. Let's go ahead and open up our bay door. Let's go ahead and get our jetway connected. Main cabin doors open. Here comes our jetway. Let's go ahead and get our AC unit connected as well to the plane. Over so you can see the jetway. Perfect. Jetway is connected. Let's go ahead and get our ATC on the line. Let's go ahead and get catering services going. Let's go back. Get our ground on. Let's go ahead and get our catering services. Let's go ahead and open up the back door for the catering services. Oh. Pan around so you can see the catering truck on the way. And let's go in here. Let's go ahead and open the cargo door, and then let's ask for baggage services. Okay, baggage is on its way. Catering service is on its way. Let's go into the plane and get it set up for flying. So let's go back over here. Since this is going to be kind of a late flight, we're going to turn our floodlights on just a notch tail. Give us a little bit of brightness there. Inside panel, let's turn this all the way bright and eliminate all the buttons and levers. Perfect, let's go up here to the FS flight directory. Let's go ahead and get that turned on so we know where we're going. Let's go ahead and leave this on ARC. That is our flight information, map information. Say our nautical range, let's leave that at 10, nautical range miles. Speed, we're going to be, what is our takeoff down here? They want us at 160. So let's go 160, let's go 165. 165 knots. First initial takeoff and climb. 165 is entered. Heading is going to leave that in the managed position. Takeoff, we'll get that in a little bit. Takeoff altitude and climbing restriction is 1,000 feet per minute. Let's go ahead and get our illumination going on there, and then let's go ahead and get path illumination on there. Perfect. Let's jump outside the plane. Let's see how everything's doing out there. We do have to catch these things before they get done, or it takes forever to shut them on the tablet. Alright, catering services is wrapping up, so let's jump back in. Let's go back to the tablet and go ahead and shut that door now. And it should shut. Perfect. Catering, baggage services looks like it's done. So let's go ahead and shut that cargo door. It should be shutting. Perfect. Cargo door is shut. Let's go ahead and zoom in so you guys see what I'm doing. It's better. Let's go ahead and illuminate the passengers since we are in the boarding process. So let's turn the passengers on. Let's make sure our cab lights are on, so we're going to turn them off and turn them on again, just for glitch's sake. Alright, everything's set there. Let's go ahead and turn on our go-getter co-captain. Let's get our clearance into DC. Let's go ahead and turn our ATC on. Let's go back and get clearance. Let's come over here so you can see what we're doing. Looks like they want us at 10,000 feet. So it's entered 10,000 feet. Keep our climbing restrictions at 1,000 feet per minute. Go back to the captain's seat, to the captain view. Let's zoom up a little bit. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and get our GPU. Let's go ahead and get that disconnected. Let's go ahead and get our front main cabin door shut. Let's go ahead and get our ACU disconnected from the plane. Let's get the jetway disconnected. Make sure that does disconnect. Jetway is disconnected. Let's get our cones disconnected. Let's make sure everything is shut. Shut and shut. Still says cones are lit up. Come on, cones. I know you want. There we go. Cones are off. Alright, let's go to the settings position. Let's leave that there. Let's go ahead and get our ground services on. Let's go ahead and request our pushback now. Let's get rid of that sign. The ATC. Let's get rid of ATC is what I meant to say. Perfect. Let's turn our knots on here. There we go. Let's turn that knob. Let's illuminate all that. People sign is on. No smoking sign is on. We got that check. Beacon light is on. Nav light is on. Perfect. Runway lights in restricted position. We are check and check there. Doors and main cabin door is shut. 165 knots is entered. Climbing speed 10,000 feet is where they want us to be at. 1,000 feet per minute is what we're going to climb. Check and check. Alright, pushers underneath us. Let's go ahead and get our engine in the start position. It's in the normal position. Let's put it in the start position. Oh, we got connection. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake. Let's go ahead and start engine 2. Engine 1. Engine 1 is at 12%. Let's go ahead and check our flaps. Flaps all the way down to 100%. Speed brakes, let's bring those up and armed. Let's zoom outside the plane and make sure those are up and working. Flaps are up. Speed brakes are up. Flaps are working their way down. That's what we like to see. Let's jump back into the captain's seat. Take our flaps back up to 0. Speed brakes, let's put those up and armed. Engine mode from the start position to the normal position. Let's go ahead and put our taxi brakes on. Let's go ahead and turn off our APU bleed. Let's turn off APU master, which should turn off an APU available, which it does. Perfect. Looking at ground crew, we got our thumbs up, we got our salute, we are out of here. Let's go ahead and turn our dome light off. Come over here to our tablet, hit taxi. Turns everything on. Perfect. Let's go ahead and give the engine some power. Engines have power check, releasing parking brake. We do have momentum turning the plane to the left. All the planes around us are jet blue, and we're American. I wonder if this is the American Airlines. They took off from this gate, so that is interesting. While we're with the jet blue people. Let's go ahead and straighten out a little bit. Boston's airport again, one last time before we go into DC. Very nice, Boston, very nice. Don't forget, guys, we do have live players on, so hopefully we can see some people playing with us out there flying as well. Alright, we got to cross runway 4. I believe it's 4 left. No, runway 22 right and 4 left. Yes, correct. 22 right, 4 left. We got to cross runway, so we got to cross check. Go ahead and cross check now. I don't see anything to the right. Don't see anything to the left. Check. One more time. I think we're clear. We're clear. Let's go. "22 left, 22 right" is another runway. We got to cross check. Cross check right. Don't see anything. Cross check left. Clear. Let's go. See if there's anybody flying behind us. I don't see anybody. No one coming from landing, no one taking off. Let's check this side. No? Pretty quiet night in Boston. 27 right, 27.9. Cross check again. Cross check. Don't see anybody. Don't see anybody. One more time. We'll clear. Let's go again. Straighten our camera out. There we go. This is our stop short. This is our runway. 33 left. Let's go ahead and put the engines to idle. Let's go ahead and stop short. Parking brake activated. Co-caps is getting clearance for takeoff. Altimeter 29.98 is what they want us to be at. Check. Got them. Clear for takeoff. Come over here. Hit the takeoff. Ready for takeoff. Go ahead and turn off our taxi brakes. Lights are everything. Everything's set. I'll go through them. Strobe light came on. Landing lights went on from the restriction position. They went on to the on position. Nose light went from the taxi position to the takeoff position. Runway lights went on to the off position, and our wing lights have been off the whole time. There you go. You guys have been checked. Let's go ahead and get our stopwatch. Let's get that going and activated. That's up and on. Engines and power. Releasing parking brake. Let's make our call. Flight crew, prepare for takeoff. Let's go ahead here real quick. We gotta go ahead and get our utilities. Let's turn our cabin lights off for takeoff. Cabin lights are off. Let's do that. And then let's get the shade out of the way. Going up alive, coming down the same way. Let's fly. Engine mode, flex. Knots. 120. There's V1. We're rotating. Positive climb gears up. $165 knots is reached. Following our flight display right now. Just keep following it till we get about 3,000 feet. Then we'll transition to the autopilot. Let's keep following our flight display. Holding 165 knots. Roger, Boston. American 2143 will continue it as planned. Alright, to continue as planned as our flight plan. So we will, so let's just keep holding it until, well, it looks like we're going to hold it until it says we got to get off of 160. Then we got to activate the autopilot because I can't fly and get the speed going at the same time. So we'll keep holding it to that purple, see that purple triangle on this side? As soon as that purple triangle goes away, which it just did, that means we can bump our speed up to 210. So let's transition to the autopilot. So let's get it back on a flight path here. It wants us about right there. Let's hold it. Autopilot is engaged. Perfect. Let's get our climbing restrictions on. Let's get up to 210 knots. Speed brakes, let's get those deactivated. Let's get our terrain on. It wasn't that bad of on our takeoff, not that bad turbulence actually. I was expecting a little bit more turbulence than that. The plane held perfectly fine on that. Now we just got to climb through the storm. Let's see the work of our product. This is our takeoff. This is what it looked like. See you, Boston. Nice flying in. That was a nice takeoff coming out. On our way to DC. Alright, let's get back in here. Terrain is green. We're above everything we need to be. 2,700 feet, and we are climbing up to 10,000 feet. When we get to 5,000 feet, we'll bring the seatbelt sign one time so a flight crew can prepare for services. When we get to 3,000 feet, which we are right now, we'll bump our speed up to 250 knots. There's 3,000 feet from there, and we'll be flaps clean. So let's go. Flaps clean. Bring those in. 210 knots. Let's put it up to 250 knots. 250 knots is entered. Flaps are clean. I wonder when we break this cloud coverage. Right now we're just crossing 4,000 feet, still holding 250 knots. It's 266 miles per hour right now. "5,000 feet. Let's go ahead and ring that seatbelt sign one time so our crew can get prepared for services. I see a little daylight right there. Oh, there we go. Now we got some visibility. Roger, Boston Center, American 2143. We will continue as planned. Alright, let's continue as planned. Still climbing. Let's go outside for a second. Jump back in. Roger, altimeter 29.999 or Delta 2143. Okay, we gotta change our altimeter to 29.99. Coming up to 8,000 feet, you guys. Still holding 250 knots under 10,000 feet. We still haven't broken this cloud coverage yet. I wonder when we're going to break it. It's got to be, what, by 10 maybe? We'll see. Not a lot of turbulence to go with it, though. So we'll take that. Coming up on 9,500 feet, you guys, which means we're coming up on 10,000 feet. So let's prepare the plane for 10,000 feet and above flying, which means we can turn off our landing lights. They can go from the on to the off position. Nose of the lights can go to the off position. Wing lights are already off. Nav light stays on. Beacon light stays on. Strobe light goes off. Perfect. Roger, Delta 2143 will climb to 20,000 feet. It's American. I'm American. We've flown Delta too much. American 2143 will climb to maintain 20,000 feet. Alright, they want us up to 20,000 feet. Let's go ahead and hit that to get our vector on. We're going to boost our speed up to 235 knots because we are above 10,000 feet now. .335 knots is entry. Let's do our nautical range from 10. Let's put it up to 20 nautical miles. Positive speed is gaining, correct. And positive climb, check. Roger, Boston Center. American 2143, we will continue as planned. Roger, Boston Center. American 2143, we will continue as planned. Coming up on 20,000 feet, let's go ahead, altimeter, let's put that in the standard position. Let's go ahead and turn our terrain off. Roger, American 2143, climb and maintain 26,000 feet. Alright, they want us up at 26,000 feet, so 26,000 feet is entered. Since we're going above 20,000, I went ahead and turned off the terrain. Our standard barrel, let's put that on standard. Positive climbing, we are climbing check, and we are still holding 335 knots to check. Cloud cover says broken. Visibility, good. Sunset. Over tons of the clouds. Look at these clouds. Man. We didn't get 1 ounce of turbulence on that, which means something's wrong with the Xbox. Oh, speaking of, let's go back in. We gotta have a talk. So for some weird reason, found out every time we go to land on our approach, when we turn off our autopilot, as in if you hear this sound, when we turn off the autopilot to take on, to take control, our flight director, when we go to land, bumps up by about 10 degrees and makes us overshoot every time. That's why we've been having so much problems on our landing. So the line that's going vertical, lateral, this one right here, that one. Whenever we hit turn off the seatbelt, I mean, as soon as we hit turn off the co-captain to land that plane, that will jump up about 10 to 15 degrees. So it'll bounce about 2 white lines. I'll zoom in so you guys can see it. So, yeah, so as soon as we turn off our autopilot, this line right here will go up about 10 degrees. So it makes us overshoot. So when we try to land, it's not accurate. That's why we've been going all crazy. But for some weird reason, if you leave the autopilot on, it stays just like this, what it's at right now. It stays right dead center in the middle. So I don't know why that is. I don't know why. If anybody out there knows why that is, every time I turn off the autopilot, my green bar, my flight directory says I need to go up 10 to 15 degrees, and it makes me overshoot the runway if we follow the flight directory. Our pappies are all white, and we go right past them. If we leave autopilot on, this goes accurate, and this plane will be dead on. So I don't understand why I can't just fly it in, and the flight directory stays dead on like it should. I don't know. So if anybody knows that, please reach out to me and let me know. I'd be much appreciated. So with this time, I'm going to show you what I mean. On the approach, I'm going to take off the autopilot. You're going to see that bar bounce up. And when I put autopilot back on, you're going to see it come back down, and we're going to ride that all the way down. So I don't know. I'll give you guys the example, and then if anybody out there knows, please reach out to me. Let's turn this up. Let's turn our little guy up. We'll be following that in anyway. 25,000 feet, you guys. Climbing up to 26,000 feet. We're still holding 335 knots right now. 335 knots is 440 miles per hour on the ground. Here in the U.S., we use miles per hour. Everybody else uses kilometers. Very nice. American 2143, climb to maintain flight level 300. 29,700 feet, coming up on 30,000 feet, which is going to be our cruising altitude. So since we haven't had any turbulence all the way up, we can go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign off now. That's perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Let's go ahead and make our call. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now free to move about the cabin. Calls made. Cruising altitude, which means let's go into our cruising altitude briefing. What that is everybody, if you just jumped on board, if you just jumped on stream, I appreciate it. Phoenix Black Knight, I am your captain for today's flight. Cruising altitude, where we go over our flight briefing, which we just did on the ground. So welcome. Let's jump right into it. So we're American Airlines. Our call sign today is 2143. As you guys can see there, American Airlines. We just took off out of Boston. We're on our way to DC, Washington, DC. We're in the Airbus 320. It's May 24th. We took off at 15:35. Arrival time should be about 17:11. They gave us an air time of 1 hour and 8 minutes. The block time to finish the flight is 1 hour and 36 minutes. Cruising altitude is 30,000 feet, which we just mentioned. Fasten the seatbelt sign is off. Passengers are free to move out the cabin. Distance we are flying is 405 nautical miles. Wind right now is 250 knots over 30. Passengers on today's flight is 111. Bulk fuel for the flight is 4,232 pounds. Cargo on board is 6,100 pounds, 105 pounds. And payload is 25,530 pounds. When we were down in Boston, we took off on runway 33 left, 33 Lima, with the weather of 57 degrees and raining, and it was raining down there. Coming into Washington, D.C., we're coming down on runway 01. It's supposed to be sunny and 78 degrees. So that is it. That is the briefing. You guys have been briefed. I've been briefed. That is it for me. I am going on mute. As always, hit me up in chat if you need anything. We want me to answer it live or answer it in chat. Phoenix Black Knight, see you on descent. Roger, New York Center, American Airlines 2143. We will continue as planned. Roger, New York Center, American Airlines 2143. We will continue as planned. Roger, New York Center. American Airlines 2173. We'll continue as planned. Roger, New York Center. Standard is barrel. Alright, so we got standard on our barrel, you guys. New York Center wants us to continue as planned. They actually want us to go to Mickey, our next vector point. So we are going to continue as planned, which is right there. Ground speed is 448 miles per hour. Looks like we're holding about 72% engine power. Going 0.81 Mach. The descent down in Washington D.C. is going to be beautiful. That we got this little sunset going. I bet you the descent going into the city's got to be nice, right? It's got to be well lit up. There is a payware out for it. I don't have it, obviously, but there is a payware out for it. But even so, though, the surrounding cities and everything, it's got to be beautiful flying into. I do love night flights. I don't know why people don't like more night flights. Those city lights when you come in are just beautiful, man. Well, I'd rather do a night flight like that than just a regular daytime in the afternoon. I prefer. This is just my preference. This right here, oh man, that's heaven right there. It's just cruising, beautiful sunset going down, and then before you know it, you're starting to descend too. Yeah, gotta love it. Roger, New York Center. American Airlines 2143. We'll continue as planned. Give you guys an update on the actual flight that we're copying. Looks like they total travel times 1 hour and 48 minutes is what they have down. Looks like they have 55 miles to go. 33 miles remaining. What it says. Looks like they've flown 344 already. Looks like 1 hour and 15 minutes has elapsed. So looks like they left at 4:35, same time we did. That's Mountain Standard Time, by the way, in the U.S. Mountain Standard Time, and they're supposed to touch down at 6:23. So in Mountain Standard Time, and we set up for the same thing, Mountain Standard Time as well as everything. So yeah, it looks like they just yeah. I don't know what time. Let's see what time they departed. It will tell me right here. They gate departed at 4:35, and they actually took off at 5:01. So their estimated landing is at 6:07, and they're estimated to get the gate at 6:23. So what was their taxi time? They're actually at 11,000. They planned for 30,000 feet, which what we're at right now. They're actually descending down to 11,700 feet. So they're actually on their descent right now. They're actually descending, so they must have got off way before we took off. For them to already be at 11,000 feet, yeah, they must have took off way before we did. Yes, but that's right. They were taxiing while we were talking and loading the plane, going over flight briefing. So they were taxiing and took off while we were doing our thing. All right. Taxi time was 26 minutes. It took them 26 minutes to taxi to their runway like we did. So they must have been waiting for some flights crossing that runway, obviously. But yeah, 26 minutes just to get to their runway. Here comes our clear skies. Guys, I didn't update you why we're not in the 321. There's still a bug in this 321 on the Xbox for me. Took it on a practice flight before going live today. Still has some problems on the bug coming down on the landings and stuff like that. So, no 321 until heard otherwise. That's why we went with the 320 this time. Sorry, I should have told you that earlier at the beginning of the stream. Roger, Washington, Delta 2143 with continuous plan. Washington's airspace now. Roger, Washington Center. American 2143 will continue as fine. Getting us up on the radio for some reason. Roger, American 21743, descend and hold 20,000 feet. Okay, we got our descent. We're going to do our descending speed. Let's pull it back to 280 knots for our descending speed. Let's hit that. They want us down to 20,000 feet. We got that hit. Let's go up. Let's hit the fasten the seatbelt sign. That's activated. Just go ahead and make our call. Flight crew, prepare for descent. When we hit 20,000 feet, let's pull our speed back. We'll pull it back to about 260, 250, probably 250. $21,500 feet. Still going down to 20,000. Pretty sure it's. Let's double check with co-captain. They said 20,000 feet. Yes, they did. Right? Correct. Yes, they did. 20,000 feet. There it is. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull our speed back. Let's go 250 knots. $20,500 feet. Pulling our speed back to 250 knots. Roger. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, American 2143. Okay, they want us down to 10,000 feet. We just passed 20,000 feet, so let's go ahead and get our train back on. And as soon as we get below 18,000 feet, we'll go ahead and get our altimeter off of the standard position. We'll put that back on 29.92 until instructed otherwise. Just past 18,000 feet, we're at 17,800, so let's go ahead and get our altimeter. Put that on 29.99. Sure, we can leave that there. Roger, American 2143, descend and hold 2,500 feet. Expect ILS runway for approach. Here we got slower speed back to 210 knots. They want us down to 2,500 feet. This is a very quick drop. I honestly don't think we're going to make it, because they want us on the runway ground at 2,000 feet. We're barely. Let's see what happens. Airbus 319 flies this, and it's a little bit smaller than us. We should be able to make this. Alright, going flaps 1, coming up on 210 knots. Yeah, 14 miles out from the runway. There is no way that we're gonna hit this bad boy. Interesting how it gave us that flight plan with this plane on SimBrief. Unless I didn't read it right. But I'm pretty sure our runway is coming right up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, our runway's right there. We are not going to hit that 2,000 feet. Why did it descend us like that? Interesting. We're definitely going to have to declare miss. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to declare miss on that. Let's see if we can just say we can declare miss now. No, not yet. We'll keep descending. We'll get down to 2,500 feet, then we'll come in and do it again. That is interesting how it did that. Patrolman approach. Yeah, they want us to approach right here. There's no way. Maybe we got our first lesson on doing the correct flight plan for the correct plane, huh? I mean, this was for an A319. The flight plan was for A319. Yeah, I'm looking at the plane right now. Yeah, Airbus A319. How did it give us this? And it gave us the runway and everything. So let's declare miss, but we'll still descend. And we'll just loop around, go again. Select another approach. No. Oh, someone just took off. Oh, maybe I can show you the. Oh, maybe if I hit that, I can show you what it does on the bar. Will it do it now if you take off autopilot? Oh, it won't. Give it a sec. Alright, declared miss. Taking our speed up to 220. It's not giving us declared miss. Yeah, it's saying we got a clear to approach right now. Why is it saying we're clear to approach? We're clearly across the runway. Interesting. Very interesting. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and declare it miss approach. Alright, let's report missed approach. That is where they gave us that. $3,500 feet. Drop our speed to 210. Let's go flaps 1. Alright, they want us to be at iron. So let's go over here, you guys. Let's go ahead and go to direct. See if we can find it in here, iron. Oh, didn't see iron in there. I just gotta type it in, I guess. Alright. I-R and then that bad boy. See that? Oh. That is. Hit that. Then go direct. Okay. Got the direct in.
2,500.
What did it say we were at? Time to maintain 3,500 feet. We are at 3,500 feet. Oh, we are not. We actually got our approach on. That's why. Turn the approach off. Let's go ahead and get that stable back up to 2,500 feet. Yeah, let's climb up this way. Climbing. We're climbing. Yeah, let's get out of here. Go back to our vector. Climbing back up 3,500 feet. It's 210 knots. We are flaps 1. Interesting. Alright, let's check out our flight plan. See what they have us doing. Yeah, it looks like we're going to go all the way out to here. We're going to flip it around, it looks like. Actually. Yeah, they got us going to our vector, which is in 25 nautical miles away. Where is it? Where is it, guys? What do we got? Alright, so I guess we can swing it around if we need to. We can type in Caitlin right here. bring it all the way back in and bring it that way, because we are going out, it looks like, there. So if we need to, we can type in Hendrix or Caitlin here, bring it back around, swoop it, bring it back in that way. Is that the Pentagon? That's not. Is it? No. Alright. There goes our airport. That's the one we wanted to land on. We'll try this again. There's no way we were going to descend and get that. That was... Oh, man. I don't understand that flight plan, how that did not work. We didn't even turn our lights on. What is going on? They dropped us so quick. Alright, we had to turn our lights on. So, strobe light comes on, beacon light stays on, wing lights turn on, nav light stays on. We turned on our nose lights, to taxi nose lights, to the takeoff position. Landing lights went on to the on position, and our strobe lights on. Which we should have did that at 10,000 feet. But I was already discombobulated with our flight plan and how we were already at 20,000. They wanted us down at 2,000. That didn't make any sense. Let's see where they has us go. Alright, there's our 2,500 feet they want us to descend at. Roger, American 2143. Okay. There's 21, 5,000 feet. Right there. 2,500. Enter. Let's drop it down. This should give us the next vector point here soon to go to. and we should be on our way. Check. Hit our approach. So we'll start approaching when we hit that glide slope. Pull our speed back. Let's go 160. Next, let's go 180. 180. That's going to be flaps 3. So let's go ahead and hit flaps 2. Flaps 3. $15 miles outside the runway. Flaps 3. Holding 180 knots, 2,500 feet. Roger, American 2143. Approved to approach. That's full. Wind's blowing from our left to your right, you guys. Left to the right. Roger, Tower. American 2143 clear to approach. Get our approach going. Anytime now. Bump it up to 160. I've had problems recently with it not catching the glide slope. I don't know why. I mean, we're hitting approach right now. We're 9 miles away from the runway and it's not glide sloping. So we're going to do it manually. Let's do it manually. Here we go. Dropping our speed back. Let's go 140. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. Thanks, man. Bring it down. Do our own glide slope. There we go. Six miles out. See if we can get it down a little more. Alright, keep right there. Roger, American 2143, clear the land. Gears down. Auto brakes. Let's go low. Free brakes. Get those on. Alright, I'm still flying the plane. Happy's on the right side. 2 white, 2 red. That's what we want. It's still my plane. One red. I see 1 red. 3 right. We're gonna nose down a little bit. Check. Three red. 2. Let's see. We got 3 red. 500. Check. Continue. There we go. 2 white, 2 red. 400 feet. Follow our flight plan. See, you guys, look at the flight plan real quick. See how that's above? That should not be above. Alright, follow the flight plan down. So if anybody knows how to fix that, please tell me. Because I would love to land this thing where it's supposed to be.
100. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Go ahead.
Reversers. Why not? We don't have to do reversers if you don't want. That's fine too. Oh, there they go. Now they activated. Reversers going. Reverser stowed. Got to use the whole runway. It's okay. We'll take that. We can just turn right here. Woo! That was hot sauce, man. Wow. Wow. And we exited on the wrong side of the runway, too. Where are we at? Where? We went to the left. Alright, going to the left. What do you guys think of the landing? At least the landing was there, but man, this flight plan threw us for a loop, didn't it? That was terrible. And the reversers didn't kick in. Oh man. Don't mind us, all the live players. There's people coming in from Boston. It's American 2143 coming in from Boston. Just taking our own little taxiway off. Alright, let's go here. Engines to idle. Parking brake set. ATC on. Let's get our clearance to our gate. Let's clean everything up. Flight director, that landing lights stay on. Landing lights go to the restricted position. Runway light stays on. Nose light goes to the taxi position. Wing lights come off. Strobe light comes off. APU bleed comes on. APU master comes on. And APU start comes on. Clean up our flaps. Flaps go to 10%. Speed brakes can be disarmed. Taxi brake. Power the engines. Parking brake off. Momentum. Well, we got down. That's the most important. We got down, and that was a smooth landing, guys. We were able to stop the plane. But we were working on our landing. We were far off to the right, obviously, because we drifted. I killed the engines at 50. We need to kill them at 30 is what I've been told by other people is if you kill them at 30, that's the best result you get for not drifting so much. So next time we got to remember to kill the engines at 50. I mean, excuse me, at 30. So I killed them at 50. We drifted, and then we did get down eventually. It was a very smooth getting down, but we were just off to the right of the runway. And then our reversers didn't kick in for some weird reason. Then they kicked in at the very end. Vacated to the right, should have vacated to the left. So, and then, you know, we all saw the flight plan and didn't match up. So, I don't know what's going on. There's been more negatives with this game than positives. It kind of makes you not want to play it. Because I am getting more negative than positives right now. Other than if we fly into the airports we bought, like LA, San Diego, or Vegas. If we go into those work fine, but we're gonna get sick and tired of flying into the same ones. We fly into these and then the flight plan doesn't work. It's just, yeah, I don't know. We'll just take it as it is, right? At least we're able to get down. At least we're able to circle around and get it down. Though that wasn't bad. I guess a little scenic route, right? And we flew it in manually. We flew that all in manually, so that was pretty sick. Alright, this is us. Stop, engines are idle, here comes jetway. Fasten the seatbelt signs, turn that off, turn our dome light on. Come over here to our tablet, let's go ahead and get our utilities, turn our cabin lights on. It's over our main cabin door. Maybe they'll let us. Oh man, come on. Why you gotta hit it so many times? Alright, we're going to give up on that. We're going to go ahead and put our cones down. Nope, won't even put cones. Alright, so we're going to slide over here. Let's clean our flaps up. 0% on the flaps. Let's wait for those to go up. Perfect. Kill engines 1. Let's see our time that it took us. Hour and 28 minutes, you guys. Let's pause that clock. and that was with a turnaround as well, so we have to remember that. The total block time that SimBrief gave us to finish the flight was 1 hour and 36 minutes. So with that turnaround, I have to come back. We still beat the 1 hour and 36 minutes, the block time they gave us with that turnaround. So that's some good news there. So we'll get rid of that. Let's go ahead and kill engine 2. Clean our lights up. Taxi light comes off, nose light comes off, beacon light comes off, nav lights come on. Let's see if it allows us to do GPU. Oh, there we go. Then we got a ground power unit on. Now we got a front door. We just had to kill the engines, it looked like. Now we can get our cones on. Alright, now we can get our cargo going. We can get our loader going. Okay, there we go. There we go. Right, guys. Weird flight, right? Twitch Nation, everybody around the world. That was a weird flight, but we were able to save it. We were able to circle around. We were able to get another approach at it, and able to bring the plane down. Like I said, we brought it down on the far right side of the runway, but we were able to get it down, and we were able to get it down smooth. So we'll take that as a C minus, D minus on the grading scale, but it's still, people got here safe, so we just did get here safe. Phoenix Black Knight, I am going to log off. That is it for me. It is Wednesday, which means I am done flying. Got to figure this stuff out until Saturday morning. I will not see you guys again until Saturday morning for our morning flight, which is a little bit longer haul because it's the weekend. But don't forget to subscribe, though. Don't forget to hit the follow, because I may do a pop-in flight, because I don't know if I'm too competitive to end the flights like this with that type of a runway. We may do a quick little Vegas flight maybe tomorrow or Friday. Quick little Vegas flight, LA flight, San Diego flight, something where we've done a couple times and know that the airports work. So hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, and most likely Thursday or Friday we're going for another flight before Saturday, you guys. I'm too competitive for that. We'll figure out a place to go. But until then, finish the game booting down and enjoy the plane booting down. I'm Phoenix Black Knight. I'm logging off. I'm out of here. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'll see you on the next one. I'm logging off. See ya later.